Hi everyone, Ryan here with PK Adventure Travels. We're coming at you with another tour. This time though, it's not a cruise ship. We are going to do a 360 tour this time of Splash RV Resort in Milton, Florida, which is just east of Pensacola, Florida. So this is a really nice upscale resort with hundreds of spots. Some are close together, some are premium with some buffers. There's some cabins here, some old-fashioned Western style wagons, a lazy river, just a whole bunch of stuff. So we're going to go ahead and do a quick run through here of the resort for you. And I'm going to do all the narration post-production because the 360 is going up above my head. Let's get started. All right, off we go. So once you make it through the gate, the first thing you're going to see on your left is the Welcome Center and check-in. As we approach it, you will see there's plenty of space for you to pull in and park your rig and go get checked in. And yes, you can reserve a golf cart to have at your site, and they will deliver it to you should you want it. Now on our left right here is one of the two dog parks, and we'll see a closer look at that a little bit later. Now we are in our main roundabout, and we are going to be swinging here into the A block. So the first site we see on our right is site number 1 in the A block. Now, keep in mind, the A block is right near the highway, so you absolutely are going to hear the road and trucks go by. It's not constant and it's not super loud, but yes, there are going to be some occasions that you're going to hear it. Now, on our left is one of the bathhouses. We'll take a look inside a little bit later, but let me tell you, c'est magnifique! Also, it is important to point out that any sites you see currently on the left-hand side are technically row B. So the sites on the right are all row A going down, and on the left up to the first turn is going to be B sites. And this is site 13 and 14 on our right now. We're about halfway down the block and coming up to one of our turns that could lead us to the section B. And we are going to actually make this turn and go down row B. Now, row B will be on both the left and the right hand side. On the left, you can see Site 9 for a point of reference. We're coming up to the bathrooms. There is a handicap area for you to park at. And on your left is where Melinda and I stayed. That is Site 6. All right, we are swinging around, and the sights on your left will be the D as in Delta sights, and on your right are still the B as in Bravo sights. Now, these Site Ds are all considered premium because they are right by all of the amenities, which we will see a little bit later. All right, we are coming up to a really cool thing here, and that is the Wagon Circle. Yes, you can rent an old Western wagon. So here's the old Wagoneer area. Looks like each one of these two has a grill in between every other one that both can borrow. And let's take a look here. So here's what the inside looks like. Set up for a bunk bed on the left. You've got what looks to be a queen, maybe even a king back there. You got enough for a table here. And then you have a little refrigerator freezer. Something that you'd probably have like in college. Enough to keep a few things cold. Looks like you also have a TV back here in the back, as well as a couple of towels. And it does have an air unit over here. Pretty cool. This area also has a community fire pit that you can set something up, cook yourself a little fire. It's a pretty cool little old-fashioned area. And as far as the bathhouses go, I honestly don't know. We'll see if this little wooded area here at the back is actually a bathhouse. Yes, these are little bathhouses. It looks like there's 4 of them. Each one has a commode, a sink, and a shower. So this is where you'd come if you're in those covered wagons. All right, we are continuing down. So on the right-hand side are your B sites, and on the left-hand side are your D sites. All right, this last site on your right is site B25, and we are back to the road. All right, the sites right in front of us are C, 4, and 5, and we're going to take a left to continue down. Now, the sites on our right are now the C block, and the left are the D block. All right, we are going to take a right into the C block area, and this area is massive. Also, there are some cottages that you can rent that are going to be mixed into this area as well. Speaking of which, on our left are the Oak Cottages, and there is a community fire ring pit here. All right, the sites on our left is 32 and 31. And then this is 29 and 30 on our left now. We're coming near the end of this run, and then we're gonna whip around to the left. And the sites on our right, we are picking up more of the A block sites as we head deeper into the area. And again, we're making our left. That takes us back into another long run of C sites. All right, on our right, that spot is site 58, and then we have another bathhouse. And then we pick up 59 on the other side of the bathhouse. And this last site on our right is 65, which is a pull-through. All right, we're making our final turn in the last area of the C block. And on our left are the Loblolly Cottages. And you can see them right there, looking nice and pretty.
Unfortunately, I'm not able to get into any of the cabins, but here's a quick look. Most of them are built the same, with an upper loft that has some sleeping areas, a kitchen, and then the long hallway with the master bedroom in the back and a bathroom. Looks like there is also a 55-inch TV in here. So there's at least a sneak peek of what the interior of the cabin looks like.
All right, we're picking up site 90 on our left and site 68 on the right after the cottages. Now, if you look behind all of the sites on the left, you'll see there's a little lake. And once we get to the end, there is another dog run. So you have a dog run at the front of the park that we saw right as we came in, and then one here at the back. Now, the last site is site 78, and then you have the dog park, and then A34. As a reminder, this is interactive mostly, so make sure you're pulling the screen left and right if you're at a computer with your mouse, or if you're watching this on a smartphone, you can just turn yourself around physically. Check all the sites and slow it down if necessary to look at your specific site that you're interested in. All right, don't freak out. That hop, skip, and a jump just brought us back to an area we have already seen, and we're now approaching the main lodge on our left. Now, there is a bike rack for you to put your bike. There's also places for you to park the golf carts. So lots of areas. Don't worry, we'll come back and do a walkthrough, but we are going to continue on, and we are heading up towards the E sites. And again, a lot of these that are right by the amenities are going to be considered premium lots. All right, on our right is a road that does lead to more of the E sites, but we're going to hit that on the way back. Right now we're continuing forward, heading kind of back towards the entrance and our roundabout.
where we will see the dog park on our left and then hit the top ring of the E sites. Also on our left there, that little blue thing is where you can get water and ice. So now we're back at the top. There is that dog park we saw. This one's a cool one because it actually has, what you'll see later, a little wash basin. Right past that is site 75 on the left. Now, also in this area, spread throughout, are the cedar cottages. There are a few right there, as we saw on the right, and then there are more that are tucked away on the left near where the basketball and pickleball courts are. And as always, there is a bathhouse over here as well. There's a better picture of the cottages right there on the right. This last site on the left here is site 64, and we are whipping back around to head towards the pickleball, basketball, and a few more cottages that's going to be coming up here on the right. There we go. There are the cottages. All right, so I backtracked just a little bit. We're back at those little 4 cottages, and here is the pickleball and basketball area. While we were staying here, they had a little food truck as well as a little craft show going on in the pickleball courts. So you will find there are going to be scheduled activities throughout the year. Of course, summer is going to be the hottest season, literally, both with activities and amenities as well as just the temperature in good old Florida. This site right in front of us that was empty was site 66 for references. And we're swinging around the back and final loop of actual RV sites. Again, this is in our E as in Echo area. Now you can see on this side, the sites are much closer together. So keep that in mind. And we noticed in the E area, for whatever reason, seemed to be the highest concentration of kids as well. And here we are back in the lodge. So we're going to go ahead and walk in here. Now on our right-hand side is a little convenience store shop with a few camping things that you can buy. Nothing stupendous. We're not talking about a huge store, and varying times when it's open depending on staff. Now on the left-hand side over here, we're going to go into the main lodge room. You can see there are lots of tables set up. They do different events in here. We've seen yoga. They have, card days. Just a lot of events inside. There's coffee available. There's a bar in the back. Very comfy couches with a nice huge fireplace. So a nice place to hang out. As we head out the back, you're going to see we're coming into picnic tables as well as an area that has, for lack of a better term, cafeteria kind of food truck area to get something to eat. We did have the hot chocolate one night, and man, it was delicious. This area right here is the adult-only area. You do have a hot tub, and it is a heated pool, so you can see people are in there, and it's, the 1st of January, or maybe this was the 2nd. Anyway, it was a little nippy outside for sure. Lots of areas to sit, lots of open fake grass, if you will. Disney grass, that's what it is. As we exit the adult area, you can see the main pool. Again, that one is heated as well. On our left, you can see they have some cornhole available, so you can go out there and have a game. They also have a stage that's straight ahead in the back where they do occasionally have music going on with live bands. Now, one of the other things you'll see are little putt-putt areas. Each one's only about 6 feet or so long, and they are movable, but it's a little entertainment here and there. On the right, I really wish we could have done this. That is the lazy river, but that is not heated. And man, it was cold. But as you can see, there is a lazy river as well as dual water slides. So I'm sure during the summer this would be amazing just to sit and drift. And what's a lazy river without a bridge that you can drift under? And it's got a pretty cool view of the whole resort area. Now we cannot forget the kiddies either. So as you head towards the end of the lazy river area, there is a little wading pool and splash zone here for the kids. And then we'll whip around to the left and have another little splash zone that's a separate area for the kids that's not built within the lazy river itself. There it is. And that does it for the lodge area. I think this would be really cool to be here during the summer. Let's go take a quick look at the bathrooms because we kind of had it to ourselves, as well as the dog park.
All right, since nobody's in here, I'm going to show you guys the bathroom. So as you can see, as we walk in, there are plenty of sinks on your right. That bench was on your left. As you come in, there are a couple of urinals and a couple of stalls. It's really nice and cozy as far as heat in here. We're here in January, so I'm assuming during the summer it will be nice and cool. And there are 4 stalls. Each one has a little inner bench with an inner and outer shower curtain. And then there is a handicap stall here in the back. And the handicap stall actually has a niche for you to put your toiletries and an adjustable shower head. So this is in bathhouse 1, which is near the A and B section, and I'm assuming all of the other ones will be just as nice. So there you go, the bathhouse.
So this is one of the nicest bathhouses I have ever been into. Got 4 showers back here. And you have one curtain, second curtain. Look at this tile all the way up. It's heated in here too. Got a little shower niche. Awesome. You even have a shower seat. Ooh. I think I'll try this one. This one's a handicap one. It's got a nice shower head in there. And obviously toilets. Nice. It's one of the nicest bathhouses I've been in, like I said.
So there's actually 2 dog parks. The first one was at the front of the park that we saw. This one's on the back, and I kind of like this one better. It's right over here by the water, and it's much bigger and longer. So if you have a bigger dog, then go for dog park number 2 at the back of the property where all of the sea sites are. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're having fun?
Yeah, this one's elongated versus the other one.
Yeah, I noticed this would probably be better for bigger dogs.
Yeah.
It also looks like this dog park has a bath. So you can actually come up here and give your dogs a bath if you want. Pretty cool. Well, thank you all so much for checking out our tour of Splash, the RV resort in Milton, Florida. If you're looking to help the channel continue to grow, click that join button to learn more about becoming a member. As always, hit that like and subscribe before you head out. We'll see you next time on The Scenic Route. Later, everyone.